Hey everybody, Scott from Enduro America. I am outside this morning. I just went for a short cruise over to the motor vehicle department, which I'll do a completely another video on because it's been kind of a headache. But I wanted to give my initial thoughts on the Kove 450. So I rode this just a very short period of time. I think I only put about, let's check the odometer actually. Let's see how many miles I've got on this so far. I'm gonna guess it's probably around 13. So 13 miles. You can get a pretty good feel and formulate a pretty good opinion on a bike from riding at 13 miles. So I only have a couple of little complaints with the motorcycle itself. Number one, I think this really is an awesome machine, especially for the money. The amount they're charging for this bike is far too little. I would think after riding this to me is probably a $12,995 motorcycle. It does not feel like a sub $10,000 bike. I mean, this thing is really nice. Everything on it is really nice. So number one, the tuning on this machine. This could be due to the fact that it has not been broken in yet and there's only 13 miles on it. But what I have noticed is that, sorry, it's kind of windy here. I'm going to step inside the building for a sec. At least to the side here. What I have noticed is that the overall, so if you have the throttle set and you're just cruising around in town like I was doing today at a consistent speed, just no modulation on the throttle whatsoever, you're holding it at one speed, the bike kind of has this surge to it where it's not smooth. It doesn't run smooth. I'm wondering if Kove is going to put out maybe like a different tune for the motorcycle itself because of that. And I know that there's been a lot of guys who have kind of, I won't say complained about it, but they've mentioned it as well. So that's one thing that I've noticed that I don't, and I'm being super nitpicky. I mean, this motorcycle is awesome. But again, I'm nitpicking that because of the fact that, I mean, with as much development as what went into this, I would have thought they would have had that kind of the engine smoothed out by then. So one, if I had to complain about that, not really a complaint. I'm being nitpicky about it because I think there's probably going to be a fix for it eventually anyway, and it doesn't bother me that much. It's just something that I noticed that would get a little bit annoying if you're pounding down the pavement a lot, which you're probably not going to be doing with this machine. Number two, and this, again, is just something that was more of an annoyance. If you look at the configuration, I'm going to try to hold the camera here straight. So this is set right now, perfect for me. I love the position of this, exactly where it's at. I was riding this motorcycle today with shoes on, okay? And this piece here, and I'll see if I can get way down here so you guys can see a little bit better. But you see there's kind of a curved edge. I'm assuming that is for the structural rigidity of that skid plate. But to me, the distance between here, I kept hitting my foot on this, and it was kind of a weird distraction. And at one point I felt like I couldn't get my foot down in here, and I kind of struggled to get my foot in here to shift this up, which was strange. So I don't know if this can potentially be modified. If somebody's going to do an aftermarket skid plate on this bike, I would really prefer if they would come in here maybe off of this line. Sorry, my camera work's not fantastic. Come off of this line and maybe cut this in, so it kind of comes in, so this piece here is not going to impede upon the shifter. I get why they do this, especially on rally, because if you're running into things, bushes, mesquite, whatever, it's not going to have the potential to shift you. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, I've never ran into a situation like that in all of my years of motorcycling and rally racing and blah 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 that this has been an issue. But I think if anything, maybe this edge right here could just be trimmed a little so that it's flat and flush with the rest of this. That way you're not, kind of ramming into the plate. So again, not a big deal. Nitpicking, kind of just something that bugged me a little bit. Otherwise, I have to say, guys, again, as far as this bike goes, I think they're not charging enough for the motorcycle. I mean, I've built rally bikes before. I've spent well over, in that $25,000 to $30,000 range. And to have a bike that is 100% factory ready to go blows my mind in this price range. Again, this is not like the lightest weight option. There's things on here that could be changed out, and I don't know if they do that on their Rally R version. But I mean, for as this thing sits, it's cool. It's really good. It works well. I have not taken it off-road yet. I can't tell you anything about the suspension. I'm going to have another video about the suspension coming up shortly here. Obviously, need to get all the gear back out. I haven't ridden for a while, so I mean, I haven't been on a proper rally bike off-road for a while, I should say. I've been riding street stuff for the last 3 years after the accident that I was in on my enduro bike. But again, guys, if you have any, I guess if you're any thoughts or you're questioning whether or not you should buy one of these, first of all, make sure you can get it titled and licensed in your state for street use. Again, I'm having some issues with that right now. Long story short, I went to the motor vehicle department this morning with it. They issued me a plate, said it wasn't going to be an issue, and I got a call a couple hours later and they said, hey, we can't do that. It's only off-road use only. And I said, no, I don't think that's the case. So we're dealing with that right now. I'm hoping they're going to work through it. I talked to some of the uppers up in Santa Fe. Again, I'm in New Mexico. So hopefully it doesn't become an issue where I can't get the thing titled for street use. That would really make me angry. So, but again, guys, this motorcycle, I can't say really anything too bad about it. I mean, the build quality is good. Everything seems pretty durable and sturdy. The brakes work fantastic. You know, the motor puts out decent power, although I mean, I haven't even had the thing over 5,000 RPMs yet because I'm still doing the braking, but I mean, it just feels good. I mean, everything about the motorcycle feels good. The geometry on it, driving on the street anyway, is good. And I'll formulate another opinion on the suspension and geometry and everything else when I actually get this bike off-road. And we'll see how it goes from then. But if you guys have any questions, any comments, go ahead and like and subscribe to the video. And we're going to have a lot more videos coming out like this on this Kove and a lot of other motorcycles. We're bringing back the Enduro America channel, guys. No more car crap on this channel, so we're just going to stick with motorcycles. But again, I hope you guys appreciate the videos. If there's something specific you want to see or hear about, leave it in the comment section below, and I will get back with you. Thank you.